If you're a homeowner, it's important to take care of your investment. So if you're tackling a new project this year, looking for some inspiration, or even wondering how to navigate today's housing market, we're here to help. We've enlisted help from 6 of Central Wisconsin's home experts. Over the next 30 minutes, we're bringing you tips, trends, and advice for your next project. It's everything you need to help spruce up your home's interior, exterior, and everything in between. This is the Home Enhancement Show. Tired of those grimy taps and shower heads? The experts from Maher Water Corporation explain how a water softener can help keep them clean, plus other advantages, and how it can save you money on your next water bill.
The best way to find out if you need a water treatment system for your home is to have Maher Water Corporation come out. One of our certified water specialists will test your water free of charge, no obligation. They'll size up your home's water and your plumbing system and base the water treatment system on your family's needs and demands.
So you brought me in here to get your water tested. The first thing we do is we look at the area that you're in your soil structure. Are you in granite, sand, clay? It gives me an idea what type of water we're going to be looking at. Also get to know the depth of your well. So once we figure that out, then we can kind of get into the meat of the water test, where we're going to be looking for iron, metals like manganese. We'll look for nitrogen if you're in a farming community. So all of those different things we're going to be looking for. So we're testing for pH to look for the acidity levels in the water. A lot of Wisconsin has got granite, and granite doesn't dissolve into the water well. So we end up with water that's a bit aggressive. It eats pipes, eats water heaters, things like that. One of the byproducts that farmers generally end up with in the water is going to be nitrogen. Nitrogen is vital for plant growth, so obviously the fertilizers, even manure that are put down, you're going to have a lot of nitrogen in the water. And that can leach down into the aquifer, which can be brought up with your pump, so you end up with some nitrates in the wells. Most doctors will recommend drinking distilled water, but people generally don't like the taste of distilled water. So that has 0 TDS parts per million, so basically no mineral content at all. People like some water that has some taste to it. So the water testing is how we figure out what's in your water. Once I know what's in the water, we would then do a plumbing analysis, because we are licensed plumbers, so we're governed by the state of Wisconsin and plumbing code. We can only size a system based on the number of bathrooms, the flow rate that's expected, the pipe size that's currently in the house, and we are, again, licensed plumbers, so we are going to make sure that it's done accordingly.
Once our certified water specialist tests your water at your home, they'll be able to break down the options based on your water treatment that needs remedying, and then your demands for your fixtures and your family size.
We just give them some options, usually multiple different types of systems, different efficiencies. We offer the rent, the purchase, the rent with option, basically breaking down the fact that they can dip their foot in the pool and try the system on a short-term basis, and if they like it, great. If not, they're not obligated to keep the system.
We have certified water specialists from the WQA on staff.
With Maher Water Corporation, you never have to worry about certification, education. It's what we do for a living. So when you have other companies come out, ask them what their certification is.
We have what was called the Guardian Care program, where we come around based on a schedule depending on your needs, where we'll send you out a card or give you an email or phone call, and we'll let you know what day the route is in your neighborhood. And most of the families have about 6 months to a year between our visits, and we come out, we change the filter, test the water for what's being treated, clean the injectors and screens, run the unit through. Every 15 times we clean out the brine tank to make sure it's clean again, and then we set you on your way for another year, and then you hear back from us later.
So when you've got a softener in place, or you've got a water treatment system in place, obviously what builds up on the shower doors is going to be significantly less. You're not going to get 0 buildup, but it's generally going to be about 80 to 90% less. So you're not going to notice the hazing building up on the showers. And likewise on the shower head, you're not necessarily going to get the white scale buildup. It's going to stay nice and clean. One of the benefits you'll notice when you shower in the water is that when you're showering in the hot water and your pores open up, in hard water you'd be absorbing calcium, which will then pull the moisture out of your skin and create a lot drier skin, especially in the winter. However, when you put a softener in, for instance, the calcium's not in the water to dry your skin out, so your skin's going to naturally feel kind of slippery. Doctors will call it silky. That isn't soap that's stuck to you, that's the natural oils that your skin is supposed to feel like. So it's significantly better for your skin, especially throughout heating season here in Wisconsin, which easily can last 6 months.
If you want to see better results from your water, contact Maher Water Corporation today. The experts at Leisure City showcase the latest trends in hot tubs, grills, outdoor furniture, and more. Learn how building a backyard sanctuary provides total relaxation to you and your family.
My name is Amy Steffens and I'm the owner of Leisure City. You should consider a backyard oasis yesterday. We want everybody to feel invited and relaxed in their own backyard.
My name is Chris Steffens. I'm the owner of Leisure City, your backyard headquarters in the north. We specialize in relaxation, really. High-end hot tubs, saunas, outdoor furniture, fire pits, a lot of different things for recreation or relaxation. In our industry, relaxation is huge. Muscle therapy, so your hot tubs, your saunas, your cold tubs even. A lot of people are doing all three, and that's a total body experience. When you come in the store, come in, touch, feel, sit. We'll get you in the different ones, see what fits you best, and that way you're not disappointed in the end.
One of our newest additions is our hot spring hot tub collection. We have the saltwater option in conjunction with being able to use bromine or chlorine. The saltwater gives you the ability to have no bypass filtration, so you are able to have your water last a little bit longer. So that is one plus to having a hot spring saltwater hot tub. Here we have our Vita collection. It is a line that we have carried for about 15 years now. These are tubs that we consider very well made. We've serviced all of them from the day we've installed them. Over the last 4 to 5 years, we have added water, chemical care, maintenance to our services that we offer our clientele. Water maintenance is key. It's going to give you the longevity that you're looking for. The difference between a hot tub or a whirlpool is that hot tubs are generally standalone units. They aren't built into the ground like you would find at a hotel. This is our Finleo collection. This is the infrared S820. This does offer dry heat, so it is more penetrating compared to your traditional saunas. It does help with a lot of health issues such as arthritis, if you have it in your back, your hips, to give you some relief. Well, we have our Brio smokeless fire pits. They are made in America. The really neat thing is that they can create a convection so the smoke burns off. So you're not playing musical chairs with your fire pit and having the smoke blow in your eyes. They also have a stand that allows you to put this on your pier or even on your decking, then you don't have to worry about ruining it. They are portable, so you don't have to have it be permanent. You can take it with you. Here we have our Berlin Gardens collection of our outdoor patio furniture. These have been in our collection for at least 15 to 20 years. They have amazing warranties and very little fade factors. They can be left out year-round.
Sabre is our most popular brand that we sell. It's a gas grill, but it's an infrared gas grill, meaning it uses 30% less fuel than a traditional open flame grill. You don't get any flare-ups during your cooking. Most of the cooking is done with the hood open because you don't need the hood closed to generate the heat. And that's why they actually have thermometers at grate level instead of hood level. They also have electronic ignition, just a push of a button. She fires right up.
My advice to all my customers is to learn who you're working with. Nowadays, it's so much easier to just click on the internet and purchase online.
Stop by Leisure City in Woodruff today to check out their massive inventory. From major weather events to widespread outages, there are a number of things that can cause power failure. The experts at Christopher Electric break down the advantages of using a standby generator.
Christopher Electric, we're specializing in standby generation, backup power for the last 5 years exclusively. Prior to that, we were doing some other electric work, but now we are solely focused on backup power, standby power generation. Everyone has their own reason for deciding to put it in a standby generator. Commonly, you'd be looking at sump pump backup to ensure that your basement stays dry. Make sure your furnace stays running. Kind of protecting the assets of your home and the contents inside your home. Secondly, would be just for security. If you have a power outage and you're home alone or just home in the dark, with a standby generator, you're able to cook, clean, do all the things that you can do when you have utility power, and it doesn't disrupt your day-to-day life. If you depend on, let's say, the internet for connectivity with work or family, it allows you to maintain that electrical, connection. And if the power goes out, or even if it deviates below a certain set point, it will signal the generator to start and transfer over. I'm going to simulate that right now and turn this breaker off here. Okay, and so the power goes out. There's approximately a 5-second delay before the generator outside will start up. Right now we heard a loud bang. The house itself is running on the generator. As you can see, the switch is still off. I didn't turn the power back on. So right now, house is coming back online, operating on the generator. So basically we do installations all year round. Winter time's a little bit more challenging, but we do have ground thaw blankets that allow us to level out the ground. We put down a preformed concrete pad typically. Then we set the generator on top. All of our gas and electrical connections will be in the back of the unit. These units can be installed 18 inches away from the home as long as we meet some other guidelines, such as 5 feet from an opening, things like that, which do allow us to install year-round. Installations such as this, where we're out away from the home farther, this would probably need to wait until the ground is thawed and allow us to dig in the gas and electric lines to the back. All these units outside do need gas and electric connections ran to them, either from your propane tank or from your natural gas source, and obviously from the transfer switch wherever that is located. But we have everything set up right here. This is the power plant. The engine generator is attached to it, and all in a nice weatherproof aluminum enclosure. Again, once it's installed and set up here, no one really has to do anything with it if they don't want to. If they want us to come do the maintenance, we'll happily come take care of that for them. There are people that will purchase these at box stores or online and then just hire someone to do it for them, or they'll attempt to do a self-installation. And really that's not only dangerous in that if you don't connect it correctly, there's many problems with electric and natural gas or propane, whatever your fuel source is, that could arise. But going back to the warranty aspect, if it's not installed 100% correctly, following all codes, the manufacturers are not going to warranty their product. Being an outdoor standby generator, location is important. These will emit carbon monoxide, which could lead to other potential harms in your home if it's improperly installed.
Christopher Electric, proudly providing backup power services in the central Wisconsin area. Call for your free home consultation today. Home automation can seem pretty daunting to most homeowners. The experts at In the Light explain their implementation process and highlight what you can do in your home with beautiful smart home design.
Some of the current trends that we're seeing in the electrical and automation areas are the combining of lighting as well as shades and automation of sound, theater, bringing it all together into one package so that people don't have to have something where they have to control multiple areas of this. They can hit one button, control everything that's going on in their house, sit down and watch a movie, and have it simply automated through one point, either on their phone, through a remote keypad sitting next to them, or a keypad that's on the wall.
People are wanting to have control when they're not there. You know, people are gone at work all day, they're at school, they're on vacation, and they want to be able to keep an eye on their home, their business, or their property, right? And I think when people think of home automation, they think exclusively of cameras. And I mean, that is a big part of it. You can definitely have security cameras, video doorbells. But you can also have smoke detectors that can alert you if there's a fire at your house when you're not there. You can have a smart lighting system in your home that will allow the lights to mimic someone being there even while you're away, so that people won't know that you're gone for a week on vacation.
If you combine several of these aspects together, so you have some smoke detectors. Now we layer that with some cameras. Now you can go in and you can find out, is there a fire, or did the husband burn the pizza? You know, all those kinds of things. So you can differentiate what's going on.
All of this can sound like it's complicated to use, but it really isn't. You know, we do the complicated part for you here at In the Light. So, you know, what you end up with is a very user-friendly, easy-to-use system that looks really great in your home. This is one of our smart keypads. It's a 6-button, fully engraved, and what it does is it allows me to control lights from everywhere right here, and it also replaces a bank of 6 switches. So if I turn the dining lights off, they're going to turn off here. It allows me to control the lights from anywhere in the room right from here. So I can control all of these lights from these keypads, or I can control them with voice control or the app on my phone, or I can set them on a schedule. I can turn everything off with one button as well.
There's an efficiency factor when it comes to home automations, not only convenient for you, but efficient in the fact that you're going to save power, save whether you have natural or LP gas, whatever you're using to heat your homes.
A lot of people are very interested in the efficiency and energy saving. And with the smart panels, it can, you know, check your energy consumption and you can see where something is drawing too much power. With the smart shades, it can lower during the day to keep your house, you know, hotter or cooler depending on the season, and to protect your furniture. Our automated shades can be controlled individually or all at once. Here I'm closing all of them. These are our sheer roller shades. These are battery powered. They can be controlled through an app on your phone or voice controlled, as well as if you use the keypad.
Now you can be pulling into your driveway, your lights come on, your door opens, and everything is done for you in an automated fashion by us. We believe that a space shouldn't just be on or off. It should be tailored to the task at hand. So you might need it 100% bright while you're cooking in the kitchen, but you might want the lights dimmed and have a different kind of setting for movie time. And that's something that at ITL Automations, we can create that for you in your home.
So when we talk about layered lighting, what we're talking about is being able to light up different areas of your room, starting the ceiling all the way down to the midsection. So right now we have part of the midsection on as your task lights, and then we can turn on your pendants and your kitchen cabinets. That's still part of the midsection of your lighting. But if you need to clean or do something more light, you can turn on your can lights overhead.
Start your smart home journey today. Contact In the Light to see what setup is right for you. Planning to refinance? Looking to boost your equity? Or dreaming of purchasing recreational land? The experts at Forward Bank help simplify the process. They are answering the most frequently asked questions and will prepare you to take the next step in your mortgage journey.
So working with Forward Bank as your local banker, you know, we know you, we know our customers, you know us, we build relationships. We have all the products that you need, and not just the mortgages, but we've got, you know, investments, insurance, checking, savings, everything you can ask for. It's a one-stop shop here. Generally, the time to refinance your mortgage, the general rule of thumb was always 1%. And if you could recoup your closing costs within the first year. That's changed a little bit in the last couple of years with the rates going up. It also depends on your balance of your mortgage. So, you know, we'd always double check the numbers just to make sure it would be worthwhile for you to do that. You wouldn't want to refinance your mortgage if your balance is really low, or if you're planning on moving in the next year, or if your house is listed for sale, you would not want to refinance at that point. The benefit of a fixed term versus an adjustable rate, you know you've got a certain rate throughout the whole loan. You have a certain payment, where the adjustable rate, was fixed for a certain amount of time, but then adjust based on the Fed's rate. In the past couple of years now, the adjustable rates were lower than the fixed rates, so those were becoming more popular. But now, with rates coming back down, now would be a good time to refinance those adjustable rates into the fixed long-term financing.
If somebody were to come to me and talk about the loan to value of their property, with inflation, home prices have risen. So right now a lot of people have a lot of equity in their properties, and if there's ways that you can use that equity towards home improvements or anything else that you would need, debt consolidation, as well as maybe you want to drop your private mortgage insurance and save some money in your monthly payment. It's great to have the conversation with somebody if they want to get more out of their house by using their equity to either remodel a bathroom, a kitchen, get more square footage in their property. If they're not able to buy a new house or the house of their dreams, they can always fix up what they have.
You can buy a property before you build on it to build up the equity prior to construction. Because as you know, in the last few years, property values have gone up quite a bit. So it is a good idea to buy a lot ahead of time, but you don't have to. It's not a requirement. Plus you get the built-in equity. If you buy the lot a year or two earlier, you'll get that equity that builds up over a year or two, and then you can use that towards your construction project. To purchase recreation land, owning your own piece of property, of course, is a benefit. Allows you to go hunting on your own. Plus you can use the recreation aspects of it on the weekend, a place to get away. A lot of people build cabins on them for getaways and stuff. So those are, and then plus probably one of the biggest things too is the appreciation in value, buying especially wooded land. And so it can be income producing too that way if you sell off the timber and so forth. But we do finance a lot of that in case people are wondering, because a lot of banks don't finance recreation land.
One of the benefits of working with your local bank is that you're dealing with people that live in this community. They raise their children, they know you personally. The greatest accomplishment is sitting down at a loan closing and helping a family close on their house, either if they're first-time home buyers or if they've had some kind of relocation. They know that they can come to Forward. We are community-based. We love moving our communities forward, and that's one part of it.
Also, you'll get a decision that the bank will stand behind too. We won't back out at you in the last minute. So we'll be there for you to the end.
We're just building the relationships and very, very community minded, and you just have that trust in the people that you work with.
Forward Bank, moving all aspects of our communities forward. If your home is suffering from foundation issues, needs concrete repair, or basement waterproofing, help is on the way. The experts at SureDry help homeowners use their below-grade space efficiently. Learn how they tackle these projects and how you can identify an issue before it's too late.
I'm a production manager with SureDry, so we specialize in foundation repair, water control, and concrete lifting and leveling. SureDry has been around for 30 years. So we will take care of specialized in wall stabilization. So inward deflection of walls coming in. We will take care of any water control. So if you have water coming in the basement, we can get that to a sump pump, get that discharged out so that it doesn't affect anything in the basement of finishing or just making sure they don't damage any of their goods. We give them what they want, which is a dry basement or a home that's stabilized that they don't have to worry about. Some things that were evolved in the past few years are just the method of, say, wall stabilization methods, that everything we use is engineered. So it's always adapting with current technologies coming out, different specifications that may need to be looked at. Everything's always going to be consistently adapting by the engineers that give us our products. So we can make sure that throughout our installations, that they're always going to be, up to date and proven to give the results that we asked of them. The trends that we see is being spring, water coming in the basement, so when we put in our new drain tile system, that we can control that water getting it to a sump pump, or when you talk about like wall stabilization, putting an engineered solution on the wall to make sure that we can fully stabilize it and in some cases correct that wall over time. There's always stuff that the homeowner can take care of. We always want to make sure we keep the outside of the house, water staying away from the foundation. We recommend to have that staying away roughly about 8 feet. Anytime that water gets close to the foundation, it can go down And once the soil gets oversaturated, it swells, and that can pose an issue with the foundation wall, or if the water can get in the basement, it comes right into the basement and gives you issues that way. So just keeping the positive grade around the house is going to be really beneficial to protect the basement. Some of the misconceptions that we've seen is that if there's any like small cracks or anything there, that foundations are designed to settle. Foundations are not really designed to settle so much that they actually are going to pose an issue to the home above it. They're meant to basically stay there and be stabilized. So here's what you can see is a lot of filling that was done. So as this wall has been moving inward towards the interior of the basement, it leaves that gap that's left there. So someone went in and filled that area in, a lot of loose soil to take up that space to allow that water not to get right down there. But one of the signs that you can see is just making sure that if you see that gap open up, make sure that you give us a call to correct it so that it doesn't keep getting worse. So we'll head down the basement, we'll take a look. Here we're going to be doing some wall stabilization as well as updating their existing insulation. So this is the wall that we're going to be working on today. When our design specialist came out, he did a full inspection of the property, found out that this wall has failed and is now coming inward at 2 3/4 inches. So we are going to be installing our power brace beams on this wall, as well as removing all of the old fiberglass insulation and replacing it with a new spray foam. Our beams are able to actually correct this wall over time with scheduling a service visit. So once a year we can have a service technician come out, physically torque the beams that are going to be put on this wall to move this wall back over time without doing any exterior work. So if you're looking at purchasing a home and you see any of those foundation issues, any cracks, any water intrusion, any like white or disc staining on the floor, it is a sign that there is a foundational issue that you'll need to have it inspected, so then you're not going to be, caught off guard once those big rains do come or once you do see more significant cracking occur.
For water control solutions, contact SureDry for a free estimate today. Thanks for watching the Home Enhancement Show. Good luck with your home improvement efforts in 2024. And a special thank you to our sponsors: Maher Water Corporation, Leisure City, Christopher Electric, In the Light, Forward Bank, and SureDry.